Hello everyone, welcome back to another Umamusume video. It's the 31st of March, which means it's the end of the month, and that means it's time to really go over what we can expect to see in the... Sorry about that. Oh, coming April. As you can tell, it's definitely spring. It's definitely in the air. Of course, currently, from my knowledge, we are still with Majiro Bright. The Champions Meet is still happening. And the last race in the Legend race is currently occurring as well. And when it comes to missions, we still have the last part of the anniversary to do. If you did not do the Tatsunomiya Kinen stuff, it will probably leave very soon for the next race, so be sure to get that done. It's a sprinter career thing, so be sure to, use your sprinters. And then we also have the new permanent mission that got added not too long ago. That one, you just need to run one of every type and use the sparks correctly. And that is currently what is happening from the end of March. Let's head into now, what can we expect in April? Of course, after Majiro Bright eventually goes away and fades, we will get the ballroom event with Saiyan Sky and Fuji Keseki. And of course, the support cards for Simbuli Rudolph and Sirius Simbuli. Stamina and wit, respectively. The story event is, of course, going to be like every other story event. It's going to be points and bingo boards. Expect that a lot. It's usually how these events go. When it comes to event point bonus playable characters, we do not have a single 1-star or 2-star kind of free-to-play option to use, but we can still go over the ones that I suppose you have a chance of having. We have Saiyan Sky and Fuji Keseki's normal versions, and of course Simbuli Rudolph in her normal and festival version. You could have picked one of these guys off of the selector, so maybe you have one of those, and you can go with that. When it comes to the supports, our new SSR support that will be basically the main event point bonuses if you don't have any of the above is going to be Air Shakur. Air Shakur will be getting a new speed type SSR support card. And when it comes to SR, we have Fuji Keseki and Sirius Simboli. Of course, the daily missions remain mostly the same. You need to be doing the Track Blazer scenario if you want to complete these 3 missions right here at least 5 times. And then you can basically do any other kind of career thing if you want to quickly grind these out. You still need to win 40 G1s in total. You need to have more than basically 2 million fans, 40 team trials, 3 million team trials points, and then these are the shows you need to specifically participate in. We have the Sakutsuki Show, the Kika Show, the Asahai Purity Stakes, the Tokyo Yushun, the Takamatsunomiya Kiden, the Tenno Show Autumn, and then NHK Mile Cup. When it comes to port awards, you're going to be getting some books, you're going to be getting some clocks, you're going to be getting some TP recoverers, you're going to, the parfaits, some summon tickets, some carrots, and most importantly, we're going to be getting those support card Ascension Shards for Rainbow and Gold. You will be getting, a limited amount of these statues, but you always want to at least grind out for the last copy of the support card, which should be at, of course, 40,000, I think that is. No, that's 400,000. 400,000 points. Okay. Now that we're done with that, we can move on to the next set of banners to expect this month. Coming after the ballroom trainee banners, we will get Nishuno Flower and some new support cards, it looks like it. We have Sweep Tosho and Daiwa Scarlet. after Nishino Flower, we should expect Yaino Muteki, alongside some reruns for specifically Amy's Fusion Guts and Twin Turbo Speed. Overall, I won't go into the nitty-gritty of trainees and basically the support cards because, you know, I'm gonna be making another video about these anyway. But we are going to have a bit of a calming period before we eventually get to our next story event. There's no true main story events like the special week one we have coming up soon. I think the next part will be a little bit down the line. But do I expect it to stop at the cheerleader banner, which is technically the next story event we have? That is a good question. Last time I made a video about this, I kinda assumed that we would go basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banners. And the thing about this is I thought we would get these two at the end, just at the end of March. But it looks like we're getting it at the early start of April, so what I expect it to be, we're either going to get the cheerleader, you know, trainees and, you know, story event, either I would say at the near end of April or at the beginning of May. We'll see how that truly pans out when time comes and pushes to shove. But I will say it at least. King Halo and Nice Nature will be getting a cheerleader skin. It's more so a variant. And alongside those two, we'll be seeking the Pearl and Bamboo Memory, an SSR Guts, and an SSR Speed. Roll. Here's the story event. The story event is going to have at least two trainees that are technically can be considered as free-to-play options. Of course, we have King Halo, and then we have Nice Nature, both starting out at 1 star. So, should be fairly simple and easy to get them, I would assume. When it comes to support cards, it looks like I can expect it to be Kawakami Princess. Yep, Kawakami Princess will be getting a new support card as the free-to-play SSR for this story event. When it comes to SRs, we have Seeking the Pearl, Nice Nature, and Nice Nature from the previous story event, and King Halo. We still are doing Track Blazer, so remember to get on that. Remains mostly the same with these story events, with its roulettes, bingo, its event points, so you know. 60 careers, 40 G1 races, 2 million fans, 40 team trials, 3 million points scored in team trials, and then for the basically the G1s that you have to race and get 3rd or better, the Hopeful Stakes, the Sakutsuki Show, the Osaka High, the Takamatsuno Miyaki Nen, the Takarazuka Geinen, the Tenno Show Autumn, and the Agrima Kinen. And mostly the same about when it comes to books, support cards, carrots, money, parfaits, statues, some... I would like to say they're banners, but no, they're more like sashes. And of course the limit break material. Again, 400,000 is the sweet spot to get the last copy of the support card. That's all we have. Well, all that I can assume that is coming this April. Before we end this video, we shall go over Champions Meet Legend Race and maybe some upcoming limited time missions, because it's still spring after all. Okay, Champions Meeting. As you know, we are currently in the Pisces Cup, or basically in the middle of it. It's basically been This is the second day of the first round. So if you haven't, made enough progress in it, remember to make your progress in it. You still get some carrots from just participating. So even if this track is too long for you, just give it a chance. Let's see what next cup we can expect. We have the Aries Cup, and Aries Cup is going to be specifically medium turf on the Nakayama racetrack, right-handed, and it's going to be sunny and spring under firm conditions. So hey, those are some key words, I suppose, for what green skills you should expect to be putting on your Uma when you're training it for the eventual Aries Cup. But in case they try to sneak another one on us, we shall preview the next Champions Meet as well. After the Aries Cup will be the Tartarus Cup once again. And with the Tartarus Cup, it is of course medium, 2,400 meters. Turf, Tokyo Racetrack, left-handed this time, held on a sunny spring day with firm conditions. And basically, hey, that is all for the Champions Meet side, so we don't go too far into it, I suppose. I'm not much of a numbers guy. I'm not that very smart when it comes to knowing how to perfectly navigate the tracks on myself without any help, at least. Okay. As you know, we are currently experiencing the last legend race for this Sakutsuki show, Legend Race with Narita Bryan. And so we shall bring up the next couple of girls to come from the Tenno Show Spring. We have Majiro McQueen from the anime collab, Rice Shower, and Majiro Bright. All coming to Legend Race, so prepare. And I guess get ready. If you're not, if you don't have that good of support cards yet, this will actually pose a decent issue for you. But if you don't have that issue, you should be fine, I would say. When it comes to permanent missions, you should not really expect much coming soon. We barely got the Master's Trainer Road 3, and we're still, going through all of that, but if you don't know, I guess the big goal at the end here is getting that, I think this is a make debut ticket, so you get a new trainee. I would say that the fourth part of the Master's Train Road would be expected around... That's a good question. I would say June or July. Maybe. And then, finally, the Takamatsu no Miyakinen stuff is still happening right now. On top of the first anniversary celebration missions for Part 3. It should be ending soon, but we shall go over the next couple of Spring G1 celebrations, because if you didn't know, there is a heck a ton of Spring G1s to really talk about in the Uma and the horse racing world in general. We have the Takamatsu no Miyakinen, the Osaka High, the Oka Show, the Sakutsuki Show, and the Tenno Show Spring, And within that stuff, it's the NHK Mile, the Victoria Mile, the Japanese Oaks, the Japan Derby, the Yasuda Kinen, and ending off basically a little bit near June-ish with the Takazuka Kinen. So there's a hell of a lot of springtime G1s to really get into. But if I were to expect it, I'd say maybe we stop around the time of the Tenno Show Spring support missions. And if not, maybe we actually do go the extra mile and make it to the NHK Mile Cup. But with that basically covered, most bases are covered here, I would say. And I think it's safe for me to say, that's it for today's video. And are you going for anyone coming up soon? I know I am. I'm going to dabble a couple summons myself into Saiyan Sky Ballroom. You know, me being the big Saiyan Sky marker that I am. And if I get Fujikesuki Ballroom, hey, that's even better. I love them both. And when it comes to support cards, I feel like as much as I like Sirius Symboli, there is a big foot in the road that will be coming up soon eventually. I think it's directly after the cheerleader event, if we can kind of look a little bit up. As you can see, there is a big ol' wit card in our near future. But that's something for future me to worry about. Not something for me right now. Okay, with that, goodbye!